Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Peppermill Crank-Gun mod, which is being made by user the Sixth Messenger. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is, well, a Peppermill Crank-Gun, which I've been having a whole lot of fun with. And now apparently the mod maker actually created this thing as sort of a proof of concept, and in my mind they've really hit it on the head, as it very much does feel like a weapon someone in the Fallout universe might create, and I love it. So let's take a look at what we get here in the Pip-Boy, and with the most standard version of the Peppermill Crank-Gun, you get a fairly decent early to mid-ish game weapon, doing 45 damage with a 44 round, a firing rate of 42, range of 95, accuracy of 70, and a weight of 20, and looks pretty darn nice. I do really like what all they did put together here. Now the gun is made, as you can probably tell, by already existing in-game assets and models, and I think that they've been combined together in a way that does look, again, like a weapon someone in the Commonwealth or in the Fallout universe might build, and that to me is quite cool. Now as for modifications, we have a decent list of things, but considering the nature of the gun, you're never really gonna have it stray too far from its basic form, just really doing things like adding a more damage, faster firing rate, and even being able to change the ammunition type, which is pretty useful. So you will be able to up the damage to, say, 104, which I believe is the most I've at least been able to get out of the gun, or change it to ammunition types like freaking shotgun shells, and who doesn't love a hand-turned Gatling crank gun using shotgun shells? That's just nice. Now, how do you get your hands on one of these lovely guns? Well, it's actually pretty darn simple. You just need to go to any chemistry station in the world, and you'll have right up at the top there the crank gun category, where you can build it, provided of course you have bloodleaf, fertilizer, a laser musket, and a minigun, and rank 2 in gun nut and rank 1 in idiot savant. Now, I should mention here, while we're kind of on the gun nut aspect right here, that this mod does have a prerequisite mod, which is a community mod by the name of Gun Nut Rank 5, which allows you to bring up that perk all the way to rank 5 in your perk chart, which is pretty handy, but it does require that for you to make some of the more advanced things, and of course to be installed in general. Now let's go and have a look at the different modifications we can create, and just head here to the receiver category, which is the pretty standard list of things like, well, standard armor piercing, calibrated, rapid fire, etc., and of course powerful and advanced versions of those, which is pretty useful. We then have the barrel category, where we either have the short standard barrel, a long barrel, or the tri-barrel. And then in the stock category here, we either have the standard short, a full stock, or recoil compensating. And then in sights, we have either the standard, glow sights, reflex, short scope, and medium scope. Though I gotta admit, medium scope may not be the most useful thing, considering, I mean, the gun can fire fairly far, but it's a Gatling gun. You're gonna be using it mostly with this, at least in my mind. But yes, and then the last category we have here is the type of ammunition you'd like it to use. Now, by default, it uses the 44, but you can also change it to 10mm, 38, 45, 45-70, 308, 50 cal, and the 12-gauge shotgun shells, which is pretty fun. So depending on what you have the most supply of, or of course looking for more or less damage, then that is what you want to go with. And that is it for the different modifications. So let's take a look at this thing in action, and with the standard form, let's just take some shots. And there we go. Now, as for the reload there's no actually detaching the magazine or anything like that. It's just additional cranking. But I do love the firing animation of this, as it is, well, an actual cranked fired gun like the original old-timey Gatling guns from, say, the Civil War era. And I think that's pretty cool. I actually really do like that firing action. It's pretty unique as far as guns go in this world. I mean, besides, of course, the laser musket, but that's more for charging and reloading. This is for actually firing, and I do very much enjoy it. And, of course, well, for the sights on this, pretty typical sort of sights we've seen before, as it is a stock sight there. But, you know what? It is useful. Now, of course, if we go to, say, the tri-barrel one here, which is using 50 caliber rounds, a slightly different sound there, but still a very useful, and with a short scope, you know what? Doable. And then, of course, we have the shotgun version I made here, which does end up sounding, well, exactly the same as the normal one, just using shotgun shells instead. And so that is it for the firing. Let's go and use these on some real targets, and let's actually use this one and try and take out Will from across the water, and then we'll take down Randy with the shotgun version. So hello, Will, how are you? Hopefully soon, not for this world, and fire! There we go. Oh yeah, I do like that. The tri-barrel and the 50 caliber rounds just feel so visceral. I really do like them. And let's, of course, switch it up to the shotgun Peppermill Crank-Gun and take out Randy. And let's actually use a VATS on this because, well, we can. Hi, Randy, and someone else shot him. How dare they shoot my Radstag? There we go. Alright, you guys are getting the shotgun shells too. You shot Randy. How dare you? Oh yeah, gotta spin it up. There we go. And of course, there's the downside of firing the weapon. You do have to spin it up first before actually shooting. But there we go. Once spun up, it does some darn good damage. There we are. I think there was a guy over here. There was. Take this, Rust Devil. Alright, let's switch over to the 50 caliber for these last two because, well, time to die. And spin. And got him. Beautiful. I do really like this gun. Something about the whole crank fire nature, and, well, especially with the 50 caliber tri-barrel, the sound behind it, it just is so great. And if you'd like to take a look at this gun for yourself, which I would certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description, as per usual. But that is going to be it for this episode, my friends. I hope you all have enjoyed, and that you do come back for the next episode, when hopefully we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one!